Welcome back, you gorgeous, gorgeous weirdos. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so glad you're here. So today, by popular request, we're going to be doing my dominant hand. I have not done this in probably like a year, so we're going to do it together. I'm going to start off by just cleansing my nails with some alcohol. Of what? Of course, you're going to want to prep your nails the way you normally would. And I'm going to give you a couple of tips and tricks on how to do your dominant hand. I'm going to go ahead and throw on my peel off base coat. But what we're also going to do today is I'm going to show you my little way that I like to do glitter nails. I know everyone does glitters a different way, pour overs, laid ins, hand placements, like all the things. I'm not really a huge fan of chunky glitters though. I like the tiny little like micro glitters. That's just my cup of tea, but you can use this method for any kind of glitter dip that you have. And it's going to be super easy, super thin. It's not going to be bulky. We're going to cap it off in clear. They're going to be super duper smooth and glossy in the end. This is like my go-to way to do glitter dips. So that's what we got on deck for today. How are y'all doing while I'm getting my peel off base coat on? This is UNT, by the way. Everything that I'm using in the video will be linked down below in case there's anything you feel like you want to pick up or check out. If you're new here, hi. Welcome to the weirdness. If you're new here and you want to stick around and see some more nail content, I do this twice a week, every week. Consider subscribing. It's free. I won't charge you anything to be here. And if you like this video at some point while you're watching it, if it's helpful, if it's entertaining, something, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It actually really helps out my channel. So I'm going to let the peel off base coat dry. This is an air dry peel off base coat. Only takes like 2 to 3 minutes. I am going to be using my Azure Beauty dip liquids per my usual. We're going to dive right in. Got you in real close. I am not ambidextrous. Okay, I'm not. I am useless with my left hand. There is one thing and one thing only that I can do with my left hand, and that is open up a can. Soda, iced tea, whatever, I can open up a can, and I can't with my right hand, which is the weirdest thing ever. I don't know. Or do you guys have a weird left hand or non-dominant hand thing that you can only do with your non-dominant hand, or is this just a weird me issue? Let me know down below. So here's what I have learned about using your non-dominant hand to do your dominant hand. Number 1, practice. Practice, practice, practice. The more you do with your non-dominant hand, the better and stronger it'll become. And I know that's not probably something you want to hear because, we as humans look for instant gratification, but practice. And you don't have to practice on your natural nails. If you're a swatcher, if you like to swatch your colors, swatch with your non-dominant hand. Who cares? It's a swatch stick. If it doesn't look great, it doesn't really matter, right? Just use your left hand or your non-dominant hand and practice that way. I don't because I refuse to swatch. So literally, I have not done my dominant hand in probably about a year or so. I don't know. I'll leave the last one up in the eye for you to check out if you want to go watch that one too. More dominant hand content for all. Anyways, I'm not doing anything different than I would normally do on my left hand. I'm doing the exact same thing. But while we're doing this, let me tell you what we're doing as far as the glitter goes. So I am putting down a coat of Send Nudes. It's it's nude-ish, I guess, but I want it to be the base color for my glitters. I'm only going to do 1 coat of the glitter dip. That's it. So I don't want any bare spots on the nail that usually you would need a second coat of glitter to cover up, right? So instead of doing that, which can add a lot of thickness and bulk to your nail, I'm going to do a coat of a color that goes well with the glitters as my base coat. And that way I can only do 1 coat of the glitters and there's not going to be any little bare naked spots. That's the magic right there. And I'm going to show you all the things. I'm going to show you the side profile. I'm going to show you what it looks like from underneath. You're going to see all the things. I don't edit this shit out. You guys see everything that I do. And then we're going to do a coat of clear on top. But the way I do my clear for glitter specifically, I'll talk you through that if you haven't seen me do it before. It's a thing. I am so anal retentive and a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to doing things, and I'm also very routined and regimented. So once I find something that works, I tend not to stray from it because if it's not broke, why fix it, right? So we'll get there when we get there, but I have one more tip for you I have a few more actually, but my second tip for you when doing your dominant hand is brace your hands. My wrists right now are on my nail desk. They're not floating up in the air because then I'm going to start shaking and wobbling and knocking shit over. They are braced on my nail desk. And I'm using my whole hand because I don't have very good dexterity with my fingers on my left hand, but my hand is kind of okay. So I'm using my whole hand, and I'm not really trying to manipulate my fingers as much as I would with my dominant hand. So that I have found to be super helpful. And use your right hand. Watch how I rotate my hand as I'm cleaning around that cuticle area. Use your right hand to help out lefty a little bit, because lefty, for me at least, as mentioned, is pretty darn useless. Also, slow down. Tip number 3, slow down. If you are working with a base coat that is a little bit on the faster dry time, if you're noticing when you're pouring over your powder or you're dipping in, you have some bare spots on the nail, it's likely because your dip base is drying too fast, which can happen if you're moving slower and using your non-dominant hand. There's a remedy for this, and it works pretty darn well. I have tried it a bunch of times. I've recommended it to others, and they say it works well too. So here's the thing. Put down a coat of your dip base, as if you were going to dip, but don't. Let it dry, let it hang out for a few minutes, and just let it be. Then apply your base again, right over top of that first coat, and then you can start dipping. I feel like that second coat of dip base is slowed down as far as the dry time by that first coat. I don't know the science, I just know it works. So you can always try that if you feel like you need to slow down your dip base coat, or you can always get a slow drying base coat if you're looking for recommendations. Mani Boss for me is on the slower dry side. Also, any odorless or low odor dip liquids tend to be slower drying. So if you feel like that's something you need, a slower drying dip base coat, go for one of those. As far as low odor, I know everyone wants me to try the Revel one. I haven't yet, only because I don't tend to suffer from dip flu, so I'm not the best person to speak on odorless liquids, but I have tried the one from Sundera, and it was fabulous. I had no complaints. So I highly recommend that if you're going for a slower drying dip base coat. So I went ahead and I finished my first coat. This is the nude color. It's the base of my nails. I'm just going around that cuticle area a little bit more just to make sure I have nothing weird or raggedy. And now we're going to get into the glitter. So this glitter is so freaking beautiful. This is Does She Even Go Here? And this is from the collection with Sassy Mouth. It was from the Mean Girls collection. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Wait till you see it on the nail. So I'm going to do this pretty much the same way I did Send Nudes, but I'm not going to pour over. I'm going to lay my fingernail flat into that glitter. Now, if your nails are longer than mine, you might want to consider pouring your powder into either a cupcake liner or some kind of reusable tray of some sort so that you can lay your finger flat into it. But my nails are short at the moment, so I don't have a problem laying my finger down into that glitter. But as you're going to see, not only is this glitter very full coverage, but because we put down that base of that nudie neutral color, I don't know, it's a pink leaning, I don't know, but it works. Any kind of close color will do. You're going to see it looks completely like full coverage. There is no nakedness on the nail whatsoever. I am going to press these glitters down a little bit just to make sure everything is laying as flat as possible. It's not really necessary with this type of glitter because the glitters are so teeny tiny, but I like to do things the same way. I do this the same way I would for a chunky glitter, so it's what I'm going to do for this one. I am going to clean around the cuticle area, clean around those sidewalls, press down a little bit more at that cuticle line, and then we can move on to the next nail. So I was only going to do one. I was going to do one accent nail, but once I saw this glitter, I'm like, they're all accent nails today. I couldn't help myself. I needed this glitter on all of my nails, and I'm not mad about it. And neither will you be when you see the finished look. Holy smokes, this glitter is a showstopper. It is so darn beautiful. If you feel like you want to head over to Sass and pick up this glitter or anything else from Sassy Mouth, you can always use my affiliate code. It's Marla10, I believe. That'll save you 10%. If she has sales, I don't know if she has one at the moment, but if she does, at any point, you can always use my affiliate code and stack that 10% off and have extra savings. So just, keep that in the back of your brain. She does give me commission, so I will receive a small commission when you use my code. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you are saving yourself some money and you're helping me to keep creating content for you guys. So it's kind of like a win-win. Use the code. Just saying. Anyways, I'm going to keep going with this glitter dip. Oh, it's so darn beautiful. I can't even stand it. I don't even know how to describe this glitter. I'm still wearing it as I'm doing this voiceover. It hasn't popped off yet. This is a day later. I did lose one nail. It's always my middle finger. My middle fingernail always pops off first. My dude is like, you do this on purpose. And I'm like, I do not. It's just the first one to always go. I don't know why. But so there's pink glitters. There's like silver glitters. There's iridescent glitters. It's just absolutely stunning. I am literally obsessed. If you are a pink sparkle girly, this is going to be your glitter. Accent nail, color block, ombre, full glitter manicure moment. Doesn't even matter. This glitter is so damn beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and get this glitter on all of the nails, dust off excess, and then I'm going to show you how to clear encapsulate this. So I know that I don't always use a clear dip powder to encapsulate. I typically don't actually when I'm using just a solid color, but over glitters, I find it necessary for two reasons. One, it's going to smooth everything out, and two, it's going to protect those glitters when you're filing, shaping, and buffing. So here's what I do with my clear. And I'm gonna speed through this a little bit because this video is getting long as it is, but I'm gonna apply my dip base slightly more than I usually would. I want a healthy amount of dip base coat on the nail. I'm gonna put my nail in the clear, let it absorb for a minute, tap off excess, and then pat it down. I want that clear to get in between every little crack and crevice of those glitters, and that will make for a very smooth surface to the nail. And it will also protect the glitters when you're filing and buffing. Of course, I clean around the cuticle area. If there's any wet spots left on the nail, I'll re-dip back into the clear. That's it. Then I'm gonna keep going with the rest of my nails. Once I'm done with all 5 nails, I'm going to dust out the excess twice. Once with my regular fluffy brush, then I'm gonna use my stiff, scrubby, like clean under your nails brush that you would use if you were scrubbing your nails underwater. Not underwater, like under running water. You know what I mean. I'm going to use that to get off as much excess clear as possible. That'll help prevent your glitter nails from looking cloudy. And you can use that technique over regular colors too, using a scrubby brush to get the clear off. You just want to make sure that your base is completely set before you scrub off that excess. Otherwise, you're going to mush things up and it's not going to be good. So make sure your base is set. Make sure nothing is wet or goopy, and then you can go ahead and scrub off your excess clear. Then I'm going to activate, let the activator hang out and do its thing for a few minutes, and then we'll get into a little filing, shaping, and buffing, and we'll get a top coat, and these are going to sparkle like the diamonds in your eyes. Y'all just wait. These are ready to file, as evident by that great clicky noise that you hear when you tap the file against them. So here's how I do my filing, shaping, and buffing. Because my application is so smooth, I don't need to do a whole lot of filing, which is amazing. All I'm going to do for my nails is push back my skin. This will enable you to get this teeny little skinny nail file in between your dip and your skin and really perfect and round out that cuticle area. Especially with my dominant hand, sometimes things get a little out of control. And that's okay. There's nothing you can't fix with a little filing, right? So I'm going to clean up my cuticle area. I'm going to clean up around my sidewalls and the free edge. I'm really focusing around that perimeter of the nail because that's what's going to make your nail look polished. So I'm going to clean up around the entire perimeter. You're going to notice there's a little bit of a ledge at the back of the nail. That happens. It's okay. I'm going to grab a spongy file, I guess. It's a 100/180. It's not abrasive. It's not going to take off product. It'll just smooth things out a little bit. I'm going to use that only on the cuticle area where there's a little bit of that ledge and a little bit around the sidewalls. I'm not filing the entire nail because I don't really need to. Then I'm going to buff everything smooth with a buffing block, and that's literally all the filing and buffing I'm going to do. I'm going to show you one nail from start to finish. I'll do the rest of the hand off camera, and then we're going to top coat. So I finished filing the entire hand. I'm going to get all this excess, I mean, it's not excess, it's just dust. I'll get all this dust off my hand. At this point, you can get up and wash your hands. Don't wash your hands before you do your nails. Don't wash your hands during doing your nails. Wait until all your dip is done, activated, filed. Then you can get up and wash your hands and you're not going to hurt anything. I don't get up and wash my hands because if I get up and wash my hands, I'm going to wind up cleaning my kitchen because ADHD, am I right? So I'm just going to take my scrubby brush again with a little bit of rubbing alcohol to get off any remaining dust. And now we are ready for top coat. These are already looking so good, but I can't wait to see them glossy. Oh my gosh. So here's what they look like from the side. Here is the profile of the nail. As you can see, they are not thick, they're not bulky. Here's the front. They are looking amazing. Now you can go ahead and do your dip top coat if you want to. You can do nail polish top coat if you want to, whatever makes you most comfortable. For me, I'm gonna do a gel top coat because I haven't done it in quite a while. And look at this gloss. Holy smokes. This is the new HEMA-free gel top coat from Model 1s. This gloss is freaking beautiful. I am literally living for this gel top coat right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get the gel top coat on all of the nails. I'm going to do a little flippy upside down for a few seconds to get everything nice and level. I'm going to cure for a full minute and I'll come back and you'll see the finished look. So after I finished curing, I did get up and wash my hands because I want to make sure there's no gel residue left anywhere before I put on my cuticle oil. But this is what we are looking like. I cannot with this glitter sauce. I don't know what magic you put in here, but it is so unbelievably beautiful. Again, here is all the angles. You can see all the things. I don't hide anything from y'all. You know that. I'm going to grab some cuticle oil. I mean, it's body oil, but you can use whatever oil you love. This is the one that I have been loving lately. I did grab another scent in this one, the warm vanilla. Holy smokes, it's so good. I grabbed these on the TikTok shop. I will try to link it for you, but it's Soothing House if you want to go and hunt for it. I don't make anything on it. I just love this oil with my whole entire heart. I'm going to massage that into the matrix of the nail. This can actually help promote nail growth. It keeps everything nice and hydrated and healthy and smooth and looking beautiful, except when you get a rogue cat hair somewhere. I am obsessed with this manicure. I wish it would stay on longer. Peel base, am I right? I mean, I have to because I make content for y'all, so I can't keep manicures on very long, but this is one I wish I could have worn for at least a week. It's so freaking cute. I can't stand it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you are a pink girly, leave a pink heart emoji down in the comments section. Thank you guys for spending some of your day with me today. I hope the rest of your day is as beautiful as you are, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you, bye.